Hey planners, welcome back to the channel, Creating with Sarah. Thanks so much for hopping on another fun planner video with me today. So today's video, our topic is going to be about social media planners. I'm going to share with you guys my current setup for 2022 and then some other planners that I've used in the past. So if this is something that interests you, then keep on watching. Welcome back. So I'm Sarah, all things creating, planning, yet keeping things fun and functional. In today's video, I want to share with you guys my setup currently for my social media planner or creative content planner. It's what I like to use as a tool to help me stay on top of YouTube, Instagram, and just coming up with creative ideas to share with you all in just the world of planning. So I have this one here. It is the I Can and I Will RONGRONG vertical layout planner. It's 12 months. And then these two planners are other planners that I used in the past. And this first one here, it is a vertical planner, and this is the planner that I mentioned in my planner lineup where I talked about how you can use a vertical planner for like setting goals and things, and it was in a kit, and the covers are reversed at the moment, but it was in a kit a long time ago, and it wasn't a teacher kit. They used to do Happy Planner, excuse me, so this is a Happy Planner, and they used to have like these kits, planner kits with a planner and some stickers, and then I think they used to have pins in it, but they haven't released something like that in a long time. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I've been a planner since 2014 and I love it, and I have progressed in planning. My style has changed in planning, and I've just really enjoyed being in the planner community. And if you're new, leave in the comments down below if this is your first time picking up a planner and deciding to use it functionally or for fun or for therapy or whatever the case may be. I would love to know. And what type of planner are you using? So yeah, so this is a old Happy Planner that I had, and I started back in 2019, and I wanted to use it more for goal setting, a personal goal for myself, to getting other things done besides being a mom. So if you guys don't know, I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I have done things in the working field, volunteering, and so forth. And I wanted to dedicate a planner for more dedicated goals. And then that's how I used this planner. So it became that. And then later that year, I applied to be on the Happy Planner squad, which I just decided to take a shot at it, and God made it happen. I was on squad, and my planning just took off from there, and networking and just meeting other planner lovers in the community. It was great. This planner transitioned into something bigger for me that year. So I'm just going to share with you guys some little examples in case you are maybe starting an Instagram that's just based on planning and notebooks and stationery and things like that because you love that and that's your hobby. Or if you're deciding to start a YouTube channel, you can use a planner like this just to keep you on track with some of your goals. So again, I'm going to set this aside, but this is just a vertical, undated 12-month planner. And so I have a little sticky note here with my social media planners or creative content planning. I put a bunch of sticky notes, I add in half sheets or other filler paper, and I basically jot down a lot of notes. But as far as social media planning, I wanted to be on track with YouTube videos and a filming schedule. Instagram post, maybe I wanted to add a blog to it. That was always a goal, but I never started a blog. Just things had changed for me when I was on squad. And then getting feedback from other people in the community. So a side tip in being new to the planner community, what's really great is some planners will host challenges. I think Happy Planner is hosting a challenge now for National Sticker Day. Those are the type of things that you want to also put in your social media planner. is that you want to participate in these challenges so you can start meeting people and just know a little bit more about the planner community, or just, you know, making friends and things like that. So also when you start posting, you can make up your own collabs. That's super fun. I love collabing with other planners. So with here, I added these inspiration page. You'll see these a lot in planners that you can build yourself. This is a Happy Planner protective sleeve, and it's got like these little individual pockets, and I just took some paper and put like, it's kind of like a vision board, so to speak, and I just put in here things that I wanted to work on for that year. So that's something you can make in your planner, is a little vision board. I have one up on my YouTube that's for yourself, and then for the goals for your life in general. If you guys want to check that out, I'll put the link down below. But this would be something fun for me to recreate for 2022. I did use a calendar so I could have a yearly calendar and put that on the back. And these are just 2x2 squares. So let's see. So how this planner is set up, again, it was undated. It has a currently page, and then it has a monthly view. And this was definitely undated, so I had to do everything from scratch. And then it had a vertical layout that was my weekly view. So how I utilized this when I was just getting back into the community, I just moved to California, and I was like, I need some inspiration, I need some community. How do I get in, you know, get connected? So this was my goals planner. So the currently page, I just put in here some priorities, and then Happy Planner used to do these on the currently pages a lot, where you put your currently loving, like reading, planning, watching, cooking, crafting, and so forth. And then let's see, they had like celebrate birthdays, important dates, and then down here, I think I used this portion as a quote or a milestone or something. So that's what I would put there. So you can put anything that you like that you're working on towards. So for the monthly view, I always use it for YouTube. So I use it for having upload themes of the week, like Wellness Wednesdays, Inspired Fridays, or Reset Sundays, something like that, to stay consistent with something. Sometimes that doesn't always work for me, because my schedule, as doing this on the side and being a mom, it fluctuates a lot. So sometimes I only pick 1 to 2 themes throughout the week. But basically, I like using the monthly view for YouTube and filming schedules. And then on the sidebar, you can always use for like other goals that you would like to set for in that month. So like a daily focus or monthly focus, you can set on the sidebar. Okay, so this is just a reference page on how I wanted to set this planner up. So again, I wanted to set up more. I didn't use this planner entirely. It kind of switched when I got on Squad. So let me just flip through this. Okay. So here on this weekly spread is where I got into using it more, and what I did, so I used the sidebar for my headers, and I categorized that way of things that I wanted to stay on top of. At that time, I just moved here, and I was part of the running club. I was on the PTA board and volunteering, and then in between, I wanted to give myself side notes on what I had to do around at home, and then Instagram. So I would just do some tasks, and then I would put in days that I didn't want to, that I wanted to have a day off, a rest day. So that's how I would utilize a vertical layout. If this is something that, you know, that you love more, is the vertical layout. It tends to be the popular layout. You could totally adjust it to using it as a social media planner. So just flipping through there, that's what I did. I just did Instagram, home, and PTA. So again, this was more of a goals planner. So again, I would add filler paper in here as well to, if I didn't have time to use the monthly view or anything like that, I just needed paper to brain dump, I would totally do that as well throughout the days of the week. I would, you know, add hashtags in here, anything that I needed to stay on top of as far as like Instagram and YouTube, because things are always changing. I think right now it's Reels, and right now I'm trying to set goals to figure out how I want to approach putting out more Reels or getting better at that. But yeah, I would definitely use the monthly view as a theme for YouTube. And this, usually March is National Women's Month, I think. So a fun inspirational planning tip when you want to build your creativity and social media content planning, I always pick a theme for the month. So if there's like some national holiday or national fun thing that's going on in the month, like March is National Women's Month, I think, and I'd like to spin off of that to get my creative juices going and create some kind of content that serves women in the planner community. So that's how I set creative ideas, is sometimes I will go off the month that we're in. So hopefully that makes sense. So again, this is for YouTube, and then I would use the weekly to categorize what I'm working on that week. Again, it was still PTA, home, and work, and then I could subcategorize what that is. For like PTA, it's meetings, it's photos that I have to take at events or edit. Home would be like projects, and then work would be, you know, YouTube and Instagram. So hopefully that helps how you can utilize a vertical layout for social media content planning or goals. And if you're just interested, this is the planner that I used. It's very colorful. I really loved it. This is the front cover of it. I just reversed it. But this was something that I started out in as far as like personal growth and goals. Okay, next I have this planner, and the cover is a Happy Planner Classic Deluxe cover. I don't think they sell these anymore because I know I'll probably get questions about it. If you're new, you can try to find this on Amazon. I'll try to put a link down below if I have it. Or if your Michaels still carries them, that's where you can grab them, and you can try at the Happy Planner website, but I don't think they have any more of these. They did sell them in the mini size, the classic, which is this one, and then the big. It's really unfortunate that they don't, because I think a lot of planners love having a cover. It's just kind of what, I mean, if you see a cover, you're just like, oh, that's a planner. Like, I love planners. Like, I don't know. I just feel like a planner cover is very essential when it comes to having a planner. But, so this one is filled with a monthly view, and it has in the back here a vertical that I started out in 2020. And I just kept it in here to look back at. I love keeping my planners to look back at, especially if I get stuck in planning. It's always nice to look back at and see what worked for me and what didn't work for me, and it just helps with, you know, inspiration. So this, I think this planner was called Choose Joy, but it is a monthly layout happy planner. So they've come out with, I think, a little bit of the monthly planners, but I don't think not as much as they did before. So so the monthly planner is really great because it has, let me just flip to something so it looks, so I can share an idea for you all. Okay, so this particular planner was an 18-month, and it came out in the spring. So it had your currently page for your month. It's like a little dashboard. And then it had your monthly view. Then it had this space where I like to call a little, kind of like a command center, where you have little pockets of areas to plan in. And then you would have your daily to-dos. And then you would have a notes page. And then it would go into the next month. So how I would utilize this is I would take the currently page, and it had, this one was really great because it had big ideas. Let me flip to one that I didn't cover with stickers. Okay, here's an example that what it looks like before the pin and stickers. So it would have, again, Happy Planner used to do these currently lovings. Then it had this big idea, celebrating this month, important dates, and birthdays this month. So I would use the birthdays for my squad sisters' birthdays to celebrate that. I would use celebrating this month as far as like milestones with followers and subscribers, or anything that I was dedicating time to setting a goal and I, saw some progress or results. I would put that there. You could put analytics stuff there if you'd like. Big ideas would be, what kind of big ideas would I have for the month of August? Again, I'm going back to themes, and that would probably be like back to school stuff. Important dates would probably be like projects that I had for squad at the time. And up here, I just use for stickers and more decorating. Okay, so I'm gonna flip back to July and share with you guys. The monthly view I didn't use too much. It was just more for like deadlines, or if something was due, or if a release came out, I would put in here. But I really liked using the monthly layout because of this portion here, the little, it's either like a command center or like a dashboard. So it had like these little pockets of areas, and typically I like to work like that because I like to divide my planning up into little sections and categories. So this one really kind of worked perfect for me. You had 3 little monthly views here, and you could categorize them however you wanted. So I would use YouTube, Instagram, and squad. And then here is goals that I would have for the month, and then a checklist. Here would be like any side notes that I wanted to write down, things that was a top priority that I had to get done, and then other things to focus on. And of course, the daily to-dos was how I utilized it, which was a daily to-do. So it's basically, I would write the day of the week, and I would just write down all the things that I had to do that day and make sure that I got things done. So that's how I used that portion. And then this I didn't really utilize too much, but I wanted to use the note pages to put out community challenges, or my favorite IG post, or favorites that were my audience loved, and I could put that in there, but I never did. So that's how I utilized this monthly layout for social media planning. I really liked this. Sometimes you can put out hashtags that you want to start using more, or today it's more about reels, so that's something you could put on there, or analytics or something like that. But again, you don't have to set this social media planning. You could totally use this for just having like maybe a planner community group and friends, and connecting with them, and this will keep you organized with that. Maybe you're doing Zooms or Patreon. I just really liked using the monthly layout. Again, I don't know how many they have out that came out currently, but I think it's a really great planner for that. It's a really great work planner too. So this one, I was gonna say undated, but it's not. I would have to redate this because I didn't use this entirely, because it was 2019 to 2020, and we all know what happened in 2020. So I didn't fully utilize this planner, but because I love this planner and the color, because I feel like Happy Planners changed a lot of their style, and I'm so happy that I have this one. But again, I just wanted to share with you guys how a monthly view planner is just something great that you could utilize for any type of like work-based projects, community projects, volunteer, stuff like that on the side. I think this is a great project. This is a great planner for that. Okay, so in the back, I always have filler paper again to write ideas and things. And at that time I was on squad, so I always had to figure out something creative, inspiring to share with others, which I love in general. So this was a fun page that I made using the new squad stuff that came out. Things that I just wanted to stay on top of. being better at lifestyle photos, tips on that. And then I have a vision board in here that I made for 2020. My word for that time was cultivate. And then this one for 2020, I wanted to jump back into using a vertical layout. And again, I always use the monthly view for YouTube. And then here is a look at some of those. But I think I switched it at the time. I think that's when I fell into using my skinny classic. But I felt like for a vertical in this sense, I kind of jumped into the whole full-on decorating. Like I was too focused on decorating it instead of focusing on what I had to get done for social media content planning. So after a while, it just became less decorative and more work. So again, you see that I noticed that I split it up from when I used this planner. So also if you're teaching classes as well, maybe at a Michael's or a workshop or something, I think this is great for that. So I just wanted to share with you guys or give you a little glimpse on how I've used social media or content creative planning in the past. And now we're going to talk about the new planner that I'm using for that. Okay, before we get into the new one, I forgot. I wanted to share with you guys my Skinny Classic. This is from 2021. And this helped me a lot more. So if you're someone who's just starting out, I would recommend something a little bit smaller. That way you can get in the habit of doing this particular type of planning, especially if you want to do both where you're decorative and functional planning. This one helped a lot for that. So if you guys have been following me, you have seen this. I've done plenty of plans with me's on this. I think I have shared a little flip through on how I use this, but just really quickly, I liked this because it just was so small. I felt like I could get a lot in here done and be decorative at the same time. And I just liked the size of this planner. I really liked when they came out with the Skinny Classic. I don't know if they're going to continue this one in the spring, but we'll find out. I think they have one, or like a couple of them. You can find these at Hobby Lobby, but I think one of them is Christian based or faith based, which I think is awesome. I haven't had the chance to look a lot into the new faith line that just released in 2021, but a lot of it is really pretty from what I can tell online. But I just wish they had more color, is my only thing. That's just my preference because I love color. But anywho, so this was set out to where it had the currently page, then it had this whole line of the monthly view, which was really great because I put here all my YouTube postings. Again, still using a monthly view for all my YouTube videos. Still using the currently pages for milestones, if I want to host a giveaway, goals that I want to focus on, if I'm doing collabs. And then let me get to a weekly view here. So this would be my weekly view, and I like this. This is kind of like my daily to-dos in the other planner, where it's just what I need to get done that day and focus on. And then I had this little small section here, like for memos or for next week, or it was like a meeting to myself and reflecting on how this week went. So that's how I utilize this, this is how I utilize the Skinny Classic Planner. And then I would pop in these little small pages in case I needed extra notes for a lot of things that I had to get done if it was like a busy week, if I was reviewing things or collabing. And then what's cool about this planner, oh, I love this spread, it's so pretty. So at the end, you had like this notes pages at the end of each month. And again, that's a good reflection page or goal setting page for the next month if you have some ideas. But I think this helped a lot, where I could just plan what I needed and not be so overwhelming with planning. So I think this would be a great one for beginners. But again, I'm not sure if they have a lot of these out, you definitely would have to check online at Happy Planner's website, or at Hobby Lobby, or a Facebook group. I don't know too many, but it's just a suggestion that I think some people would be selling those if they have extras. Okay, so now let's dive into my new social media planner for 2021. I'll share what I can with this, but a lot of this stuff will be a little personal until later on in the year that I can share, but I definitely wanted to share some ideas with you guys from my past social media planners, and then how I currently have set this one up. Okay, so again, this is RONGRONG's planner. It's a very luxurious, sturdy planner. The cover is a little bit bigger and thicker than the Happy Planner classic covers. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it is definitely a little bit larger than the classic. But you can use any of the classic stuff that you have in your stash in the RONGRONG planner. Okay, so I haven't wrote my name on it or anything like that. Here is my vision board that I made. This is for my yearly vision board. There's some categories in my life that I want to focus on. I do have a video on this if you guys are interested. And here you have some monthly goals and action plans and stuff for self-care that she has put in this planner for you, which I think is really nice. And then I love her dividers. Her illustrations are so pretty. I just love this planner as a personal goal-getter planner. Okay, so in this planner you also get your monthly tab stickers, which I have already put on this planner through the whole year. It's a 12-month planner. Okay. Then this is your monthly view, and I have put in a Happy Planner bookmark. It's like a little divider. I have a couple of these. And then I also have one of the Happy Planner pocket sleeves for putting stickers in, or pictures, and just having that there so I don't have to go through sticker books and such. And this could be like a pre-planning system, so you could put the stickers in here that you want to use to plan out your month or plan out your week. So I have some stickers here. Let me just pop this back in here. Okay. Then I have a weekly bookmark with the line it up and check it off. This is like a stencil that I like to use. And then I have this reference page in here. I made this back in 2019. This was actually in this planner, and I thought that was really awesome for me to look back at, because if you guys remember, I mentioned that I wanted to use this to use more for time management, to mapping out my schedule, you know, with being a mom and again doing this stuff on the side. So I kind of want to do like a time block of planning in this planner. I think that would be really great and easy for me, just something to open up and see what I have time for editing, or for shooting a video, or jumping on Instagram, or doing a live, things like that. So I made this a while back and I was like, ooh, this is good inspiration. So I'm thinking, again, I could color code and do it this way. This is just a productivity hourly sheet from Happy Planner, and I don't know, I popped this in here for some ideas. So I'm actually going to put this right here for now, and it just says brain dump on the back. But this is a Disney Princess Jasmine from the Disney Princess line. It was in an accessory pack, but yeah, I figured since I'm using a vertical, doing a time block thing, color coding will take the stress off of trying to do decorative, and I just really want this to be more functional. So over here on the side you have, you know, this week, what your top priority is, and then some habit trackers. So that's how I have this set up so far. And then in the back, I have another bookmark with some filler paper in here. And she does give you some stickers and note pages. So those were the stickers that I used to put on my monthly tabs. So I have some mini filler paper here from Planner Babe collection, and then I do have RONGRONG in here from when she collabed with Happy Planner. I just love all the colors. And then I have this one that I found. It says Big Ideas. This is kind of like a spin off the half sheets I used in my Skinny Classic. I love these, where I can just jot all the ideas down, and I love that it says Big Ideas. It's in this fun rainbow holographic. Then I have my sticky note bookmark that I made. I just took some recycled packaging from Happy planners, and I just put some, I glued some sticky notes on there. Then I have the Happy Planner envelopes. I use these all the time for just stickers. Sometimes I'll use them for photos, but a lot of times I use them to store stickers in, especially like the ones that are loose, and that way I can just use them up. Then I have a folder, and then this is the extra paper that came with this planner. So I could use those for like more goal setting or check-ins, or again, something that I'd like to look back at, which are definitely, since this year, I finally got a photo printer. I can print out more photos and put like my favorite moments on these pages. But I hope you guys got an idea. If you checked out this video because you're more interested in to know more about social media planning or a personal goals planner. But those are my planners that I've used to help me through that. And then this is my one for 2022. I'm excited to dive in and get started. But thanks so much for watching. I hope you were inspired by this video, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, stay safe, and happy planning. Bye.